Good morning, students. Now in the previous class, as we had already discussed about mechanical energy, that mechanical energy is the sum of potential energy and kinetic energy. So today I will going to start with potential energy. So let us discuss what is potential energy. The energy possessed by a body by virtue of its position or configuration, means the body whose potential energy we are talking about, where it is kept, at what position it is kept, and in what configuration. Like suppose if I take one object and hold it up to some height. So when the object is placed at a height, that is its position. And because of that particular position, it will have some kind of energy. And this energy, which is present because of its position, will be known as potential energy. Whereas a body by virtue of its configuration means, like suppose if I take example of a spring or an elastic band or rubber band. Suppose you stretch that spring. So when you stretch that spring, the shape of that spring has changed. Okay, at that condition it will have some kind of energy again. And as you release, the spring will move forward with a huge force. So that is because of its configuration due to change in its shape. So this kind of energy which is possessed by a body by virtue of its position or by its configuration is called potential energy. Okay, so you can take example, a ball thrown in the upward direction. So when the ball will reach to a height, after reaching that particular height, it will have some kind of energy, and that energy will be known as potential energy. Okay, another example is bow and arrow. So if you have seen bow and arrow, in bow, first of all you have to stretch the string which is present over there. When you stretch the string, while stretching, it will going to gain some kind of energy again due to its configuration, and that energy which has been gained will be termed as potential energy. Now potential energy is of two types. So what are those two types? First one is known as gravitational potential energy. Gravitational potential energy means whenever a body is placed at a height, so it will going to work against the gravity, and since the body is kept against gravity, the gravitational force is already pulling that body towards itself. So suppose one stone is placed at a height. So whenever a stone is placed at a height, it is working against the gravity, and the gravitational force is trying to pull that stone towards the surface of the earth. So at that period of time, it will have the energy which is known as gravitational potential energy. So whenever an object is placed at a height, okay, at that instant of time you can say it will have gravitational potential energy. Second kind of potential energy is elastic potential energy. That is because of configuration. So if elastic is there, if a spring is there, when they are stretched, so their shape has actually changed. Whenever you release them, they try to retain their shape, and while retaining their shape, they will have some kind of energy present inside them that will be known as potential energy. And that which kind of potential energy? It is elastic potential energy. So basically two types of potential energies are there: gravitational potential energy and elastic potential energy. Now the potential energy depends upon following factors. So what are the factors on which the potential energy, or you can say the gravitational potential energy, actually depends? So the potential energy of the body depends upon, first thing is the mass of the body. How much is the mass of the body? If the mass of the body is very high, in that situation the potential energy will also be high. So more the mass of the body, more will be the potential energy. Less the mass of the body, less will be the potential energy. And second one is the height from the level of ground. So as compared to the ground, how much is the height of that particular body? If the body is present at a height or a huge height, then it will gain more amount of potential energy, and if the body is placed at a lesser height, then it will have less amount of potential energy. So the factors on which the potential energy of the body depends is mass of the body and height from the level of the ground. That is mass and height. So since we know the factors which affects the potential energy of the body, and because of those factors, there is a formula to calculate the potential energy of any object. And the formula is mass into gravity into height. Means how much is the mass of the body, at what height it is kept, and there is some gravitational force which is pulled. Okay, so gravitational force always remains constant on particular place. So suppose on Earth, the value of gravitational force will be 9.8 meter per second square, or sometimes it can be considered as 10 meter per second square. Okay, so this value will remain fixed, so you have to remember the value. The actual value is suppose 9.8 meter per second square, but to make the calculations easy, sometimes we take 10 meter per second square, that is acceleration due to gravity. Suppose if the mass of the body is 5 kg and height is 10 meters, so you have to simply multiply to calculate the potential energy of an object. So let us talk about some numericals, simple numericals which are based on the formula, so that we can calculate the potential energy. So let us take one simple numerical to calculate the potential energy of the body. So suppose one question is there, a ball of mass 400 grams. So they have already given the mass of the ball. Mass is equal to 400 grams. But remember that gram is CGS unit. So first of all you have to convert it into standard unit. So this will become 400 upon 1000 kg. That will be equal to 0.4 kg. So mass of the ball is actually 0.4 kg. It's placed at a height of 10 meter above the ground. So what is the height of the ball? 10 meter. Okay. Calculate the potential energy of the ball, where G is equals to 10 meter per second square. So they have given the gravity also 10 meter per second square, and you have to calculate the potential energy. And as we all know, the formula to calculate the potential energy is M into G into H. How much is the mass? 0.4 into height into gravity is 10 and height is also 10. 4 into 10, 40 joule. The unit of energy is joule. So here the potential energy will be equals to 40 joules. So this ball will have a potential energy of 40 joules when it is at a height of 10 meter. Now if the height is increased, suppose the ball is kept at a more height, at a higher level. So when the height will going to increase, the potential energy will also going to increase. If the height of the ball will going to decrease, if the ball is coming down, at that time the height of the ball from the surface of the earth is less, so the potential energy will also going to decrease. So more height, more potential energy, less height, less potential energy. Similarly, more mass, more potential energy, less mass, less potential energy. So this is how you have to remember the factors. You have to solve certain types of simple numericals. Now since we know potential energy, now let us talk about kinetic energy. So what is kinetic energy? The energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. So when the body is in motion, so the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion is known as kinetic energy. This means if a body is in motion, that means if a body is moving from one place to another place, then it will going to possess which kind of energy? Kinetic energy. So when the body was placed at some position, that means if the body was at rest, at that time it was having potential energy. But when the body started moving from one place to another place, then it will occupy kinetic energy. Now the factors on which the kinetic energy depends. So basically there are two factors on which the kinetic energy of the body depends. Factor number one is the mass of the body. So first thing is the mass of the body, and second is the speed of the body, means the velocity with which the body is moving from one place to another place. So the factors which affects the kinetic energy of the body are mass of the body, more mass, more kinetic energy, less mass, less kinetic energy. Second one is the speed of the body, with what speed the body is moving from one place to another place. So if the body is moving with a huge speed, huge velocity, then it will have more amount of kinetic energy as compared to a body moving with smaller amount of velocity. For this, let us see some examples and the formula also, how to measure the kinetic energy, so that you will understand more in detail. So using the factors, the formula to calculate the kinetic energy is half mv square, half into mass into square of velocity, where m stands for mass and v stands for velocity. What is velocity? It is the speed in a particular direction. So whenever a body is moving in one direction, at that time the speed is said to be velocity. Now according to this relation, which relation? Half mv square. This is the formula for calculating the kinetic energy. If the mass of the body is doubled, like suppose if I take example, one object A is there whose mass is 5 kg, okay, and moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second. Okay, just take a look. One object is there whose mass is 5 kg and its velocity is 10 meter per second. So what will be its kinetic energy? So kinetic energy will be half mv square. Half into mass is 5 and velocity is 10 square. Why square? Because the formula says that v square. So half into 5 into 10 square will be 100. 50, 5, 5 is 25, 250 joules. So if the body is having a mass of 5 kg and it is moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second, in that situation the kinetic energy of the body will be 250 joules. But suppose if the mass of the body has been doubled, let us say now it will become 10 kg, but the velocity will remain same. So in that situation, let us see how much is the kinetic energy. Half into, now the mass is 10 kg, but the velocity is still 10. 5s are 5 into 100, it will become 500 joules. As you have doubled the mass, the kinetic energy will also going to double. If you 4 times the mass, the kinetic energy will also become 4 times. If you make it 100 times, the mass will become 100 times. So kinetic energy will also be more. So in that situation, you can say that on increasing the mass of the body, the kinetic energy also increases. On decreasing the mass of the body, kinetic energy also decreases. But if instead of increasing the mass, if I will increase the velocity, like suppose instead of 10 meter per second, the velocity becomes 20 meter per second. Means the velocity has doubled. Okay, earlier, remember the kinetic energy was 250 joules when the mass was 5 kg and velocity was 10. So in that condition, the kinetic energy was 250 joules. Now let us see on doubling the velocity. If you double the velocity, what happens to the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy will be half mv square. Half into mass is 5 and velocity has become 20. So square of 20, half into 5 into 400. Ones are 200. 205s are 1000 joules. So earlier, when the mass was 5 kg and velocity was 10 meter per second, the kinetic energy was 250 joules. But as you double the velocity, the kinetic energy has become 1000. That is actually 4 times. So if you increase the velocity, it's square times the kinetic energy. Sorry, it's double times the kinetic energy will increase. Means if you are doubling the velocity, the kinetic energy has become 4 times because it is square. So which is more effective over here? The velocity will be more effective. More the velocity, more will be the kinetic energy. So a small bullet, if you remember bullet, which is used in gun. So small bullets whose mass is very less, 200 grams, 300 grams, 500 grams suppose, but they will going to create a lot of harm if it will be going to shot by a gun, because whenever a bullet is being shot by a gun, it will have huge amount of velocity, and because of that tremendous amount of velocity, the kinetic energy is very high, and because of that huge amount of kinetic energy, it may cause lot of destruction. So that is why velocity plays a very important role in case of kinetic energy. Now let us take one simple numerical to find out the kinetic energy of the body and try to understand it. So what is the kinetic energy gained by a ball of mass 400 grams? So mass of the ball is given. Then it moves with a speed means velocity, speed of 10 meter per second. So let us solve it. How much is the mass? Mass of the ball is 400 gram. Again, it is a smaller unit, so you have to convert it in the standard form. 400 upon 1000 kg. That will become 0.4 kg. So mass of the ball is 0.4 kg. And it is moving with a speed, that is velocity of 10 meter per second. So the mass is also given, velocity is also given. Let us calculate the kinetic energy. Half mv square. Half into mass is 0.4 into velocity is 10. 0.2 into 10, that will become 2 joules. So if the ball is moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second of mass 0.4 kg, then it will have the kinetic energy of, it should be 10 square. So 10 square will be 100. So 0.2 into 100, that will be equal to 20 joule. Okay, so the actual answer for kinetic energy is over here is 20 joule. So this is how you have to solve simple numericals which are based on formula. They can give you the mass, they can give you the kinetic energy, they will ask you the velocity or this kind of question. So such kind of simple questions you have to solve in order to calculate the kinetic energy, maybe the mass, maybe the velocity. Similarly, you have to practice potential energy questions also based on formulas. Okay, so these are few things which you have to study. Then we will going to proceed with transformation of energy, means how one form of energy gets transferred into another form.